Hi, I'm Paul North, Managing Director of Illuminis Insight Software, and this is our Tech Talk. Illuminis is all about giving SMEs one-click access to their business data, and to do that, we approach analytics in a completely different way. We formed the company in 2012 and are based in Milton Keynes in the UK. I suppose I've got three core roles. It's my job to set strategy for the business. I'll never give up writing code. But you know what really gets me up in the morning is working with our clients. Every single week, one of them will come up with yet another way of looking at the data in their business. That might be something that makes the business more profitable. Perhaps it streamlines a process, or maybe it just makes someone's job easier. I get the job to turn that idea into yet another one-click report in our software that might add thousands to the bottom line or just put a smile on someone's face. So how do I get to have this brilliant job? Well, it's because our software gives SMEs great visibility over what's happening in their business in real time, so they can make properly informed decisions. And why is our software important? Well, it's no secret, is it, that most accounting systems, reporting is the poor cousin. So what happens? Everyone uses Excel. And why not? It comes free with Office and it works. But you also know it's time consuming. And by the time you've got a handful of files together with links between them, you've given birth to this hideous monster. End result? Huge frustration. Of course, errors. We've all seen those headlines. Not to mention relying on the company Excel expert who actually has another job to do. Large companies get to use traditional business intelligence software known as BI. But in the main, they're beyond the budget of all but the largest of SMEs. Of course, SMEs do want access to good analytics. They just need a solution meeting their specific needs. And we've built our Octolast software to do just that. But the light bulb moment for us was recognizing that even with clever, easy-to-use software, SMEs will still be in the dark without access to good data skills, helping them to get the best out of it. So we've decided to marry our Octolast software with an outsourced data analysis in an all-in-one package. We employ client-facing data people with skill and experience in business data. Installation and that critical support and advice are all delivered remotely. The software is hosted on your equipment, which may be in the cloud, and you retain complete control and ownership of your data. And clearly, security is essential and you can completely control who has access to what data and functionality. So, who do we help? Mostly our clients are manufacturers and distributors, so basically selling lots of things to lots of people. If they have one thing in common, I will say that almost without exception, they're smart and inquiring people with a real passion to get the best out of their business. All of them recognise the leap forward that can be made if they give everyone easy access to the data they need to do their job. As regards turnover, most of our clients are in the range of, let's say, 3 to 40 million, and typically have 5 to 40 people with access to the system. So let's talk about Octolast. It's an out-of-the-box solution, quick to install, and we completely tailor it to your specific needs. So that means no more manual collection of data, no more cutting and pasting, no more multiple versions of the truth hiding in all those spreadsheets. Instead, every day, Octolast picks up your data from every source and feeds it into your system. So all you need to do is open your browser, log in to get exactly what you're looking for. It's incredibly easy to use. Really, it only takes 10 to 15 minutes to show you around the system to be completely comfortable with it. To highlight just one piece of functionality, let's talk about how Octolast manages budgets, a major issue in most SMEs. You know all about that trauma of the annual budgeting round, using the most complex of spreadsheets, and of course the monthly headache of comparing actuals and calculating variances. Octolast holds all this data with special algorithms that give you all the reporting you need, updated every day. So let's take a look. A dashboard overview is a good start, but really you'll be more interested in the detail behind. Let's focus on this year's monthly sales with a comparison against last year and our budget. This screen shows a sample set of filters, but of course you will have filters best suited to your own reporting needs. Let's look at Amanda's sales and of course her budget. Just to say, when Amanda logs in, this will be the data that she sees. It started off okay, but we're now falling behind. Let's drill down to a more detailed analysis of the year to date. This one is by area. And let's go further to the customer level and sort to find customers running behind budget. Hey, look at that. For a couple, not only are they behind budget, their gross margin is shocking. More drill down gets to the nitty-gritty of the detail. So it really is that simple. But in practice, how are you going to use it? Well, typically you'll use the product in different ways. First, you'll probably want some reports on a daily basis, which you can set up on your favourites menu as a one-click. So for example, volume of each product sold this month. Sales reps against their budget, showing worst performers at the top. Stock valuation by stock type. Then you'll have some monthly reports, such as gross profit for the last 12 months compared to the previous year, and also to a gross profit budget. Old stock, maybe items in stock that have not been sold in a while. Maybe order counts. Another way is what we generally call following a hunch. You know that feeling. Something tells you that something isn't quite right and you need to get into and behind the data. So you pick a start point, you try different filtering, different grouping options, looking to prove your case. The speed and power of Octolas means that you can do this in real time for yourself. No more waiting for someone else to collect and present data for you. I think you'll agree, Octolas is simple to use, quick, and puts the power of data into the hands of the people who need it to make decisions. Putting some context around all this, let me tell you about Margaret. Back in 2014, her manufacturing business was using Sage and a huge raft of spreadsheets. It was quite overwhelming. We installed Octolas, joined it to the Sage data, and also built links to spreadsheet data from 2 major distributors. Overnight, everyone in the business, wherever they were, had quick, easy access to the data they needed. They were delighted. But of course, things move on. In 2020, they moved to Deer Systems with Xero for the financials. We now pull invoice and financial data from Xero, product and customer info from Deer, all joined with historic data in Sage. So, following a major technology change, the reporting has remained constant and uninterrupted. So in case you're interested in the techie stuff, like me, Illuminis software is Microsoft based. Our data extraction tools collect and optimize the required data. Reports are either emailed automatically or available through the Octolas web application, and that runs in the browser on any connected device. Typically, we install our software on the client server that holds the ERP data, although we often collect data from remote sources as well. Any of this equipment might be hosted in-house or in the cloud. So far, we have built integrations to data from 19 different systems. These include systems such as Sage, Navision, Exchequer and Xero, and all the way up to IBM and Oracle. So if you've stuck with me to the end of this video, and thank you for that, you'll want to know the level of investment needed to get Octolas. Our pricing model is very straightforward. A user-based monthly fee gives you the whole package of software plus the data analyst support. We charge a fixed fee to install the product on a turnkey basis. This means it's our job to set up all the links to the data from your ERP and other sources. Onboarding involves an initial discussion in order to identify immediate needs. Once that's done, we configure the initial pack of reports to get you operational. Typical time from contract to working system is really just a week. We then iteratively adapt the system as your team begins to understand what they can ask for. So to bring this all together, Illuminis is the one-stop shop for SME reporting, combining excellent, easy-to-use software with specialist advice and support which is always on tap. Thanks for watching.